Hi everybody, happy Thursday, Doreen at Door Designs. Today's tutorial, I'm actually going to be doing a custom design. But before we start the design, I just want to take a couple of minutes just to say thank you for all the prayers and all the notes and all the messages I got with our son last week. He ended up having a kidney stone, but he's doing good. And then once he got home, or we got home from the emergency room, that night I got sick. And for me, I never get sick, but I was down for about 3 or 4 days with either a bad stomach virus or food poisoning. I don't know. But anyway, I'm better now. I'm back to designing, but just kind of wanted you to know why I've been absent for the last probably week is because I just wasn't feeling very well. So today's design, let's jump right in and get going on that one. We're going to be designing on this moss covered wreath base. And you can see it's kind of got a grapevine back. It's got the wires going all the way around it. I got these a couple of years ago. I think I got them at Keleas.com, and that's Keleas.com. If she doesn't have them in her shop, just go to Etsy in the search engine or Amazon and type in moss covered wreath base and you can probably find some. They're fun to design with because it's easy to get your greenery or florals or whatever it is to go through the base. And then if you can see some in the back, what I do is after I design, I just kind of fill some more in with moss to cover up the mechanics. So since this is going to be a custom, it's going to a person who's got a new home and stuff like that. I think in my mind, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a summer, kind of an early fall design. So I'm going to use kind of a simple bow, and this is a bow that I made, and you'll notice it's kind of different than what my typical bows are. I used a 1.5-inch dotted Swiss. I did 4 loops on each side, and each loop is about 7 inches. So a little bit longer loops with some long tails. And I'm going to kind of put it up here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to fill in all around with different florals and greenery. But I'm really going to bring in some of the greenery and florals in between my ribbons. So this way it's going to look like the ribbons are incorporated into the design. So I know typically I have 2.5-inch or 4.5-inch ribbon, but this is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to start by adding my bow first. I'm just going to use a zip tie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my zip tie down. I'll make sure I got the right way. Yeah. I'm just going to feed it through so it's going to come through the back here. And then I'm just going to bring it on around and feed it right back up there. And see how easy the zip tie came through? So let's get our bow here. And I'm just going to zip tie this down. Pull it nice and tight. And we've got our long loopy bow attached. And I know it looks kind of funny now, but nice long big loops. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some of my back tall long filler. These came from At Home. I got them last year. Tag says $3.99, so I'm sure they were on sale. So I'm just going to kind of cut these apart. There's 4 stems to each one. And you'll notice these are a pusher so I can move my branches up or down. So let me get those cut apart real quick. And we're just going to start hot gluing them in. We're going to leave those nice and full. I'm going to take some down to the bottom. Whoops, let's get our tag off real quick. So see how we've just kind of poked some of those around the ribbon. And I'm going to use a few more pieces, but I'm going to make them much shorter. I'm going to take one more piece, I think, over here on this side. This is going to have a nice full look to it when we get done. So it's got a lot of movement to it. It's nice and full. So let's just keep on adding. I'll get a few of these things out of my way here. Okay, next I'm going to add a little bit of color. These came from, where did I get these from? I'm not sure. I know they did not come from Hobby Lobby. I'll have to think about where I got these from. What I like about these is the color. So it's got some creams, it's got some fall little colors, kind of some of your orange and rust coming in. So we're going to start adding some pieces, and I'm actually going to cut these apart. Okay, I want you to notice as I'm adding this, you can see the loop going still behind it, but look how this is coming almost straight out on my design, because I want it to be nice and full, and I want it to stand out from the ribbons. So I'm separating my ribbons here, and I'm sticking them in behind the bows, the loops. I'm going to add a few more pieces. Need to cut this piece off. Okay, I'll show you a close-up. So you can kind of see where I've just got this poked around in between the ribbon, the loops. And we're still going to add some more florals. I think I'm going to add 2 of these bright orange. Once again, kind of a summer fall color. And I'm going to take my stem and I'm going to kind of bend my floral, the flower part of it up, and I'm going to insert it because I want this to kind of stick up a little bit and not lay down flat. There we go. I added a floral pick to the end of this one just because my stem was so short. I wanted a little bit taller coming out of the top. So I'm going to bend this one also a little bit coming forward, not a lot. Two bright orange ones really make it pop. And then we're going to fill in some more around it. We're going to use some of these black-eyed Susans. Gonna have to pick this one. And we're just gonna fill it in with a bunch of these. And they're going to be all different heights and lengths. I typically don't use my pick machine unless the ends are just not strong enough to go through my base. Some of these that I'm putting down towards the base of the bow, I'm actually going to be gluing them to the actual ribbon way down in there. Okay, I'm bringing some of the colors coming down a little further. I'll give you a close-up. So you can kind of just see how all the flowers are just kind of filling in around the loops. You can see how nice and full, how some of the flowers are coming almost straight out and some of them are kind of coming straight down. Some deeper colors. This bush came from Hobby Lobby last year. So now I'm just kind of adding some more colors. I didn't put my hanger on here, so once I put my hanger, it'll hang straight like it's meant to be. Okay, so we have lots of oranges and yellows and golds. So I'm going to add a little, again, I know what you guys know it's coming. I'm going to add a little bit of my purple. I'm going to add some long pieces first. I'm going to push these up a little ways. I love the purple with the yellow and the oranges. I'm going to add a couple more pieces. My bush is about empty on this one. Okay, and then this lavender, the lavender is actually smaller than the first one, so I'm going to add a few pieces of this one. And I'll show you up close, but I'm actually taking the lavender, a lot of it behind the bright orange. It really makes that orange pop. Can I show you a close up? And see how the lavender comes all right behind the bright orange? Then I have some, and I have some up here at the top. Okay, I'm going to add just a couple sprigs of this. I had this off a bush, but I like the colors in it. It's got some of that rust. It's got some gold in it. So we're just going to add a few pieces. And I think this came from Sim's Pottery. And I'm kind of using it as a filler around the ribbon tails. Cut a few more pieces off here, and we are just about done. couple pieces right here at the bottom. It really brings out some purple in that purple lavender. Okay, we're gonna do our ribbon tails. As soon as I can find what I do with my scissors. Okay, we're gonna kind of bring this out. And I'm just cutting the tails at an angle. I'm going to add another ribbon tail or two to the design. So I'm going to take the end of this and I'm just going to pinch it, and then I'm going to use my pick machine and I'm going to pick the end of it. And I'm going to use that to add my ribbon. Okay, I see one or two little spots real quick I'm going to add. I want the top to come over just a little bit further than where it was at. So this is going to be the last piece. Okay, so this design, like I said, will be displayed now, and then can go clear into fall. So see how nice and full and pretty. You can see the ribbon tails are incorporated in all the flowers going around it. We've got 3 ribbon tails coming down, and then you can still see all the prettiness of the moss covered base. So I hope you guys enjoyed this design. At least I hope the gal who's going to get this is going to enjoy this on her front door. So thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Doreen at Door Designs. My online store is shopdoordesigns.com. This one will not be posted since it's already sold. Have a great day, and I will be back tomorrow for a Fun Day Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.